In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to get massive food every single time without the minimal effort. We're going to be going over a glitch that's existed in Growy Garden for absolutely ages, and today we're going to be abusing it to get the biggest food we possibly can to get the maximum amount of rewards out of Mr. Piggy right over here. So if you guys are excited for this, leave a like, subscribe, and let's get straight into this. Once again, we're trying to get to 300k, so help a brother out. Before we start though, let me go ahead and explain to you guys how this event works. For most of you who don't know how this event works, basically guys, what you have to go ahead and do is craft a bunch of recipes. And once you guys go ahead and craft a bunch of recipes, for example, right now I'm going to go ahead and craft a recipe with a tomato, and we're going to go ahead and put in a bone blossom in there too. And as you guys can see, now I can go ahead and click the cook button, and in an hour I'm going to get whatever is going to come out of this. So we're going to go ahead and skip this for the sake of this video, and there you go, boys and girls, we just got ourselves a salad, and look at the size of this. Now I'm going to explain to you guys how you can get massive food just like this one every single time with the minimal effort. Like, you don't have to spend any money to actually do this, because we're going to be abusing a glitch that's been in the game for a very long time. But let me just go ahead and show you guys how many rewards I actually get out of Crispy using massive plants just like this. So try this food I cooked up right here, buddy, and check this out, guys. We got 1, we got 2, we got 3, we got 4, we got 5, we got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 rewards. Yes, 10 rewards, and as most of you probably saw, some of those rewards were literally seed packs, and a lot of them. Guys, I got 11 seed packs out of that. It's insane. Let's go ahead and open these up, actually. Oh my god, we got a jalapeno. Bro, we were so close. Okay, we got a tall asparagus. Sorry guys, my gambling addiction is getting in the way of this video. We're gonna move on from this after one more seed pack. Okay, wait, hold on, one more seed pack. Okay, yeah, we got sugar glaze. I gotta stop. I gotta stop. But anyways, how do you actually go ahead and perform this glitch? First things first, you gotta choose the food you're making. Now, what I recommend you guys to do is focus on one food and make that food only. Now, why do you do this? Why do you only focus on one food? Because if you guys try and focus on all 15 foods that we have in the game, you're gonna have to plant like a gazillion plants in your garden, and it's just gonna get confusing. You won't be able to do the sprinkler method, which we have to do to make these plants bigger. So what I recommend is you guys to go ahead and focus on one type of food. If for some reason you guys still don't know how to make these foods, go over to the wiki. I'm gonna have this linked in the description. This is the wiki for the entire cooking event. And if we go ahead and scroll all the way down, check this out, guys. We have a recipe for everything you need. If you guys want a recipe for normal foods, there it is. If you guys want a recipe for legendary foods, there it is. Mythical, divine, prismatic, and they literally have every single type of food here, guys. Look at this. We have salad, we have sandwich, we have waffles, hot dog, ice cream, donuts, pizzas. Everything is here. So what I recommend you guys to do is go through this entire list and look at the prismatic section, because once again, prismatic foods give us the most rewards. So what I recommend you guys to do is look at the prismatic section, and only the prismatic section is what I meant to say. But if you guys don't have something like bone blossom, then you can go ahead and go to divine instead, which I guess is fine. Also, go ahead and read this little disclaimer we have right up here. It's a guide to how to actually use these recipes here. So guys, go to this website. It's very helpful, link to which is going to be in the description down below. Now, for the sake of this video, I am going to be using a hot dog recipe, and as you guys can see, oh sorry, not a hot dog recipe, I think it's a salad recipe if I'm not wrong. Right, it is a salad recipe, and as you guys can see, to make a salad, a prismatic salad, you need 1 tomato and 4 bone blossoms. So we're going to be using this recipe, but you guys can go ahead and follow this video with any other recipe you want in the game, such as this divine recipe for the salad, or this divine recipe for the donut. Whatever you guys feel comfortable with, whatever plants you guys have in your garden, just choose one, go to divine or prismatic, and follow this video. Anyways, let's go back to salad and let's go to prismatic. As you guys can see, to make a prismatic salad, you're gonna need 1 tomato and 4 bone blossom. So if you go ahead and head back into the game, I actually have this entire thing set up. Now, what I recommend you guys to do is clean out a little space in your garden. God, I just stuttered really bad there, but you want to go ahead and clear out a little bit of space in your garden, or alternatively, just go ahead and load up your alternative garden just like this. And as you guys can see, I have my bone blossom right here. And right, I forgot I did this, but yeah, you want to go ahead and get your bone blossom, whatever plant you are using for this video. 1 bone blossom is enough for the trick we're going to be using in this video, but the more bone blossoms you guys have, the better this is going to work. But simply go ahead and get yourself a bone blossom, go ahead and get yourself a bunch of tomatoes, because once again, we are going to be doing the salad method. So I'm going to go ahead and plant a bunch of tomatoes right over there. And now for the next step, guys, we are going to need a bunch of things. The first thing you guys are gonna need is a bunch of watering cans. Now this is just to go ahead and grow up the tomato in its initial stage, so let's just go ahead and use this to grow up all of the tomatoes. Alright, there you go. Once all of the tomatoes are nice and grown up, you want to go ahead and get yourself a bunch of sprinklers. Of course, you're gonna need the basic sprinkler, you are gonna need the master sprinkler, advanced sprinkler, godly sprinkler, and optionally you can also go ahead and get yourself the grandmaster sprinkler. This is gonna make your plants a lot bigger, meaning you're gonna get a lot more rewards, but I know this is difficult to get and not many of you want to use it, so this is optional. If you don't want to get it, you don't have to, but I would highly recommend it because it does make your rewards like double. I'm not even kidding, bro, it makes your rewards double. But anyways, the next step is to go ahead and start placing all of your sprinklers. So let's go ahead and start off with that. So starting with the grandmaster sprinkler, let's go ahead and place it right under our tree. Now next up is the master sprinkler, followed by the advanced sprinkler, godly sprinkler, and finally the basic sprinkler. Now you want to go ahead and collect everything as quickly as you possibly can. So there you go, collect, give me everything. If you can't collect something, by the way, you can simply just go ahead and shovel it, so just get your shovel and destroy it. But there you go, now we want to go ahead and leave the game. Now for those of you who did not know how the sprinkler method actually works, if you leave the game, the sprinklers actually run infinitely. Yes, they never stop, and this is the sprinkler method. Most of you do not know that this is how it actually works. But once again, just to repeat, just to clarify, if you leave the game after placing down a sprinkler, the timer on the sprinkler stops ticking. And this is what we are going to be abusing in this video to get ourselves infinite bone blossom and infinite tomatoes that are absolutely massive. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to set a timer for about 20 minutes and I'm going to join back in 20 minutes and you're going to see how this method is going to work. Alright, here we are. It's only been like 10-15 minutes, by the way, so it's not been crazy long. And check this out, guys. Look at the tomatoes already. They are pretty massive, but let's wait for the flash and hopefully we get some big things. Okay, wait, no flash, but look at the size of these bone blossoms, guys. They're not done growing, but look at the size of them. Now usually you join back in 20 minutes just so you can actually go ahead and collect them, but we joined in a little bit faster, so that's why these aren't grown up. But basically you want to join in, you want to collect everything, and as you guys can see, if we go ahead and look at these sprinklers, they haven't lost their time at all. Once again, it's been like 15 minutes and a advanced sprinkler is only supposed to last for 5 minutes. So yeah, these will last forever as long as you leave the game. So what you want to do is collect, leave the game, collect again in 20 minutes, leave the game, collect again in 20 minutes, leave the game. And you want to keep on doing that until either your inventory is full or, you know, you were not timing this correctly and your sprinklers run out of time or something. But yeah, you basically want to keep on rinsing and repeating this until your inventory looks something like this. Look at the amount of bone blossoms I have, and as you guys can see, I only have one tree, and one tree usually gives 4 bone blossoms. But look at the amount of bone blossoms I got, and this really did not take that long at all. And these are all massive bone blossoms, by the way. So yeah, look at that. Same goes with tomato, guys. I literally use the same method to get myself a bunch of really big tomatoes. Now ignore these tomatoes. These I got from when we were doing the method earlier, so ignore these smaller ones. But all of the big ones that I got, guys, were from this method. Now some of you might have noticed that the food I showed you isn't even that big. You might have seen food that's even bigger on places like Discord, on YouTube and stuff, other YouTubers making even bigger foods. So how do you actually go ahead and get even bigger foods? Well, guys, to do that, you need to have even bigger plants. So how do you actually go ahead and get plants that are already so big but even bigger than this? Well, I just say there, I meant plants that are bigger than this. How do you actually go ahead and do that consistently? Well, guys, to do this, you can either use the mooncat and triceratops method. If you don't know how to do that, basically what you need is a mooncat, as many mooncats as you possibly can get. Once you guys have as many mooncats as you possibly can, as you guys can see, a mooncat's ability is quite interesting. Basically, what a mooncat does is it naps every 70 seconds for 20 seconds, and every new fruit within that 20 stud area becomes 1.5 times larger. Now, unfortunately, one thing that most of you have not considered, check this out, guys, mooncat's ability no longer stacks. So yeah, the mooncat has been nerfed pretty badly. You can still use this method, but it will not give you guys bigger plants anymore. You can also go ahead and use something like toucan. I believe the toucan does work. Yeah, this still does work, guys, but unfortunately, I'm not sure if this works on bone blossoms. If it does, please let me know in the comments down below. This only works on tropical plants, and as you guys can see, these are all of the tropical plants, and yeah, no bone blossom here, unfortunately. But once again, you can simply just go ahead and use this on loquat or like mango or something, and use a small size bone blossom or like this size bone blossom alternatively. I don't know. I think most of you probably already know how the toucan method or the mooncat method actually works. Once again, mooncat method has been nerfed, so there's no point using it, but you can still use the toucan method. But again, that is up to you guys, and that is how you can get even bigger foods. But once again, I'm not going to be doing that in this video because 1, it complicates things. 2, not everyone has 5 or 6 mooncats or toucans just sitting in their inventory. And number 3, we are abusing a glitch where we leave the game and join back. And to do the toucan or the mooncat method, you have to be in the game, meaning you're going to get less bigger plants, meaning in the long run, you're actually going to get less rewards compared to if you just use my method. So yeah, in my opinion, guys, using the mooncat or the toucan method is completely useless for the method I'm showing you. Just wanted to clear that out for anyone wondering. Anyways, let's move on. So yeah, you simply want to keep on rinsing and repeating this until you guys have a bunch of massive plants. And now, of course, we can go ahead and move on to the next step, which is to use these massive plants inside of our machine. Now, the cool thing with this machine, or this cooking pot, sorry, is that you only need to use one big plant. I repeat once again, you only need to use one big plant and you're still gonna get the same effect as if you use all big plants. For example, I can only use one big tomato and that's it. All the other plants can be regular sized and I'll still get the same rewards as if I use all big tomatoes. And to show you guys this actually is true, I'm going to use this small regular sized tomato and we're going to pair this up with a bone blossom, which is of course going to be this massive one. So let's go ahead and put that in there. And unfortunately, I don't have any other small bone blossoms, but I guess this should be fine. But yeah, you can basically have all small bone blossoms except for one. And once we go ahead and hit cook, check this out, guys. My salad is done cooking and let's see the size of this thing. Look at that. So yeah, it's still a big salad, even though we used a small tomato. But if you guys want to use all big plants, it's up to you. Look, it's all optional, whatever. But let's go ahead and feed this to him and let's see what he actually gives us. We got a few food crates, medium toys, pretzel carts, corn, another food crate, and that's it. Okay, rewards weren't that crazy, but still, bro, that was a decent little find. But let's see what we get if we use all big plants. I'm going to use the biggest tomato I have, which is this 5 kg tomato. And we're also going to use the biggest bone blossoms I have in my inventory, including this 50 kg one, which I don't want to use, but whatever, man. Let's just go ahead and stick that in there. We also have this 29 kg one, this 28 kg one, and finally I think this is the biggest one, which is a, oh no, we have another 28 kg. So let's go ahead and plop that in there. Let's hit cook and let's see what we get. Oh man, I'm giving a lot of money to Mr. Chandler today, so if you guys could subscribe, that'd be cool. But there you go, salad is done and we have a prismatic food. Look at the size of this thing, man, it's insane. Now once again, keep in mind you only want to go ahead and give the salad when this guy is craving a salad. If you guys are focusing on one food at a time, you want to only submit that one food when he is actually craving it, because when he's actually craving it, I believe you get like 1 or 2 extra rewards out of this. So yeah, why waste those extra rewards? So always and always, guys, give him the food that he is craving. If you guys are going to be using salad like me, only and only give him salad when he is actually craving it. If you guys are doing hot dog, only and only give him hot dog when he is craving it, or you know, you're gonna get less rewards. Anyways, let's go ahead and give him the salad just for the sake of this video. I know he's not craving it, but let's see how many rewards we actually get out of this. And let's see. We got a food crate, we got some seed packs, medium toy once again, another seed pack, another medium toy, another spray, another egg. Oh, we finally got the egg, and we got a bunch of spray. Very nice, guys. This is a very simple method that you guys can go ahead and use, and a lot of people are actually using. But as you guys can see, our bone blossom is also almost done, but make sure you guys are not in the game, because as you guys can see, my sprinklers ran out because I was in the game. But if you guys were not in the game, those would go on infinitely. You can join for like 20 seconds, pick up everything you need, leave the game, join back another 20 minutes for, you know, another 20 seconds, leave, join back, you know what I mean. Keep on doing that, guys, until your sprinklers either run out or you get tired, your inventory gets full, you know, whatever floats your boat. But yeah, that's a very simple method to get yourself as many bone blossoms, as many tomatoes, as any other food you guys want in the game in a massive size very easily. If you guys found this video even just remotely helpful, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the YouTube channel, which is so close to 300k. It's actually insane. We're like 9k away, so help a brother out. And thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end. If you did, leave a comment saying bone. That's it, just comment bone. Let's see how many people actually watched this video all the way to the end. It means a lot. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.